Grand rising or grand evening, depending upon what time you are listening. This is Sean Speaks with freerthinkingmind.com. Today, the blog that I want to present to you today is called It's Up to Us to Change Our Thinking. Our affirmation for today is the core of my being is my ultimate reality. All I could think about was how unfair I thought life was to me because I was Black. Why did God create me to be Black and give all the power and benefits of living to white people? They are so damn smart. They are born with this damn platinum spoon in their mouth and handed everything on a silver platter. They have the nerve to tell me to pull myself up by the bootstrap when they have all the advantages in this American system. They can get all the damn loans simply because of the color of their skin when I get turned down just because I'm Black. They get into the best schools because their parents were alumni and gave money donations when my dad couldn't even get past the third grade because he had to drop out of school to take care of his family. I used to feel this way all the time. I looked out in life and felt this nagging feeling that I wasn't good enough because if I were, I would have been born white and my life would be easier. But here's the truth. My life wasn't hard. My thinking about my life was hard because I was stuck in a comparison trap. Who created that construct that had my mind so focused on what I thought I wasn't that I didn't appreciate and build up to my greatest vision of who I am? We are so focused on stopping racism and white supremacy that we are not putting our energies towards building the life we want in this space and time we have right now. If we continue to focus on white supremacy, we will still 50 years from now be focusing on white supremacy. Look backwards up until now and you will see that I am telling the truth. I am sorry, Malcolm X. I am sorry, Harriet Tubman. I am sorry, Martin Luther King Jr. I missed the whole point of your dream. It's time we start to focus on where we would like to be 50 years from now. Because as someone so eloquently said before, if you don't know where you want to be in 5 years, you are already there. We have been a people specifically trained to be a lower class of people in our thinking about ourselves. We have been trained to think that they think that we think that they think that we think we are nothing. Yeah, sounds crazy, right? Think about it. Carl Linnaeus classified Black people as being lazy, even though we were the ones working in the cotton fields from sunup to sundown, cooking and cleaning for the so-called master, while they were on the front porch drinking lemonade our great-great-grandmothers made. Any person in control of their own thinking would not think under these circumstances that they are lazy. But the Black personality in America do. And we spend most of our lives trying to prove Carl Linnaeus wrong. We still are, even in 2020. We so don't want white people to think we are lazy that we work and give all our energy to what they are building and leave no available creative energy for what we want to build in this world because there they think we are lazy. We ain't lazy. We are scared to live. Can you relate to what I'm saying? Have you ever worked doubly hard because you didn't want your boss, who happened to be white, to think you were lazy? The question you need to ask yourself is, why would you ever think you were lazy as hard as you work for others? You are not lazy, but your thinking about life might be short-sighted, limited, or boxed into other people's visions and constructs of living. This stinking thinking is perpetuated in social settings, in the laws, in the governments, in the family dynamics. and in the educational learning systems. We were trained through information, religion, politics, and social conditioning to be less than, lazy in our thinking, unworthy, not good enough, and mere entertainers. But the days where a small group of people whose ancestry is from Europe, who call themselves white in America, controlling the dissemination of information is no more. The days where they told us how to think and believe no longer have to be true unless you let it be true for you. Information is available to us all, not just to learn from, but to create, to innovate, and to disrupt. We are creators too, and the Black personality wasn't taught that in America because it doesn't benefit America for you to know America didn't form you. Although if you read the history books, it spent the last few centuries shaping your thinking, acting, and feeling, and we believed them. Be willing to seek out the knowledge. Be open to challenging information and become a learner at heart. Black people have been crafted into a specific personality in America for its systematic growth. We started out as slaves because since it was to America's benefit for us to be slaves. We were given freedom in word because it was to America's benefit for us to be free on paper. We were given civil rights in America because it benefited America in its desire to have an appearance to the world as a great democracy. Yes, we were used by America. Yes, America made being Black in America hard as hell. I don't like it, but it's true. So what now? Do we continue to complain about the advantages they gave themselves over us? Or do we realize the only advantage they actually had is how they thought about life, how they thought about themselves, and how they got us to think about how we should think about ourselves? And we believed them because they packaged the message in nice stories, powerful religions, beautiful cities, strong states, scary gods, and great rhetoric. We can't stop other people from not liking us because they have mental hangups about skin color, but that is their mental issue. It's time we focus on what we want to construct in this world for our children and for our children's children. It's time we focus on a common economic goal of building our businesses and livelihoods so that we become the strongest 13% of people in a specified area that ever lived. It's time we be like a Gideon in the Bible and take the 300 that can focus enough on the end goal and change the world how we deem fit. We need our warrior men and we need our warrior women. We need our visionaries, our dreamers, and our people with great imaginations to step forth and help us create a new vision for our future. We need thinkers who are not afraid to disagree with the masses and stand strong in their disagreement, even while showing respect for others. It's time the discussion about Blacks being disenfranchised, low class, unequal, stop. That ain't me and that ain't you. It's time the discussion about white people being supreme, more powerful, smarter, and more blessed cease from our mouth, from our thoughts, and from our actions. White supremacy is an idea, and we are choosing this day to no longer perpetuate it in and over our lives. I know this sounds too simple, and I'm not saying that it's not hard, but everything starts in the mind and how you think about it. It's time we build ourselves up into a superpower in our own right. We have place and authority in our own existence. We have survived slavery. We have survived Jim Crow, and we can survive our attachment to racism, our attachment to white supremacy, and our attachment to this need for people to be anti-racist. That's their problem. I like me. This is my life, and I am going to live it and not be limited by my thinking about your thinking about me. I think I am quite fabulous and will live this way until I die, and so should you. What others think about you don't really matter because it really is only what you think they think. Think what serves and benefit you, and you will not have time enough to care about what you think they think. The narrative of the Black personality in America will change, but when it changes, it's up to us. Our affirmation for today: the core of my being is my ultimate reality. Thank you so much for listening to my blogcast podcast presented to you by freeyourthinkingmind.com. I just want to thank you for taking a listen. If you have not already subscribed to my YouTube channel, go over to YouTube. All you have to do is type in Sean Speaks and you should find my YouTube channel. Subscribe. If you haven't subscribed to the blog, go over to freeyourthinkingmind.com and subscribe to the blog. Ashe, free thinkers, Ashe. May what you say manifest in your life today and every day. Ashe.